dears, and welcome back to my corner of the internet. I am Shannon, and today I've got another spoiler-free book review to share with you guys. And today we are talking about The Fake by Zoe Whittall. Zoe Whittall is a Canadian author. She's written a good number of books, some fiction, some poetry. I've read 2 of her other books, The Best Kind of People, which is one of my faves, and The Spectacular, which I also enjoyed, but not as much as The Good Kind of People, or this one, I think. So we're gonna get into it. It's a short read. It's on my e-reader when I was reading the ARC. It's just over 200 pages, so I was able to get through it pretty quickly. And yeah, like I said, I really enjoyed it. So we're getting the point of view from 2 different characters. First, we have Shelby. And Shelby is a woman who, she's recently lost her wife, Kate, and she has really, really bad anxiety and OCD, and it's only gotten worse since Kate died. So to try to help her through her struggles, she's been attending a grief counseling group, or like a grief peer support group, I guess would be the better way to describe it. There's not really a therapist there to sort of mediate or anything, it's just peer support. When she's going to this group, one day she meets a woman named Cammie, and Cammie she's 29. She's very charismatic, very friendly and fun, and instantly they form a connection. And Shelby notices really early on that having Cammie in her life is sort of breathing new life into it. She's starting to be able to do more things. She's leaving her house more. If Cammie texts her and is like in the middle of the night, like, let's go on an adventure, Shelby finds herself wanting to do that because she feels so good. She's got a new friend, and it's really helping her move forward, take a step forward. Then our other point of view character is a man named Gibson. Gibson is fairly newly divorced. Him and his wife have been together for a long time, and they just kind of grew apart and eventually divorced, or separated. I don't think they're officially divorced yet, but they're separated and have been for a few months. And one night, Gibson is out at a bar with his friends, and he sees this girl, and he ends up going home with her that night. And just from first sight, he is instantly infatuated with her. And, you know, he's so surprised that a woman like her would be interested in a guy like him. He's a little older, he's 40, and she's 29, if you see where I'm going with this. And her name is Cammie, and she breathes new life into his life. He's having an intimate relationship with her that's unlike anything he's ever experienced in his life. He finds himself, when he's not around her, just constantly thinking about her. You know, again, she's very charismatic, very charming, and to him, incredibly attractive. And so, of course, it's the same girl that's become friends with Shelby and has now dating Gibson. It's the same girl, Cammie. But the crux of the story is that you know, what do you do when you find out that someone that you are friends with or dating turns out to be a compulsive, pathological liar? And that's what Shelby and Gibson kind of have to go through once they start to realize that some of the things she's saying just doesn't add up. And that's it. That's the story. It's them realizing this and then coming to terms with it, trying to help her, maybe. And yeah, there's not a whole lot of plot to this story. Like, that's the plot. There's not really any twists or anything like that. It's not a thriller or anything like that. It's just sort of a look at these 3 characters and what happens when you find that out about somebody, and the kind of toll that takes on you, the kind of trauma that leads you with, especially because these 2 people, Shelby and Gibson, they're such nice people who have already gone through a lot, especially Shelby, and now they're kind of being re-traumatized, especially poor Shelby, with something new when they were just starting to get over the last thing, you know? And I think it's a really interesting look. I think it's beautifully written. Zoe Whittall is a fantastic writer, in my opinion. She always delivers. And I always really look forward to whatever she has coming out next. And this one was no different. I can't wait to see. Anyway, so that sounds like something you'd be interested in. Would definitely recommend The Fake. And that comes out, I believe, March 21st, towards the end of March. But I'm sure you can pre-order it now if you're interested. And of course, thanks as always to NetGalley for these early copies of these books. It's literally like a dream to have early free copies of books. What more could I ask for as a book lover? So yeah, that is going to do it for this review. Next up, I just started A House with Good Bones by T. Kingfisher. I've been talking about this one since I think November, so I'm finally getting to it. I try to read them in order of when they're coming out at the time that I have it. So like, that's why if something gets bumped up, it's because I got a copy that comes out before what was supposed to be next on the list, but I don't think that's going to happen with this one. And this one looks pretty short too. I think it's only 200 and some pages, and so we'll be doing a book talk, or not a book talk, a spoiler-free book review for that one soon. Anyway, I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you again really soon. Bye!